Hello everyone, welcome to Golden Heart Tarot. My name is Ren. I hope you all are safe and happy. Today we are asking, how do men view you? We have two groups. Group 1 is the Ten of Cups and the Purple Back Rider-Waite. And Group 2 is Justice and the Wizard's Tarot. I'll be channeling messages during each group's shuffle, but if you want to jump straight into your reading, those timestamps are in the description box. I'll see you there. Hello Group 1, if you chose the Ten of Cups and the Purple Back Rider-Waite, this will be your reading. We're asking, how do men view you? Let me get your cards laid out, and then we'll get into your reading. Calling out to the angels and ancestors for Group 1. Spirit, can I please have clear and accurate messages for Group 1? We have 8, the Maiden. $57, the Ring. $56, the Gem. And 41, the Village. Group 1, you have an amazing energy, a very loving and nurturing energy. Some men become addicted to you. You make them want to leave the one they're with. That song is playing in my head right now. You make them want to leave things behind. You also make them reflect. Reflect to a point where they start using their intuition. Some of these men haven't felt anything in a very long time. You have a way about you that sneaks its way into men's hearts. You put them in their feels, maybe for the first time ever. You cause them a lot of inner turmoil. You know, kind of what I'm getting is that you set off spiritual awakenings in some men. They start questioning a lot of things after meeting you. This could be just one specific person coming through. If it is, you know who I'm talking about. Spirit, how do men view Group 1? We have the Tower. Two of Pentacles. Four of Cups. Eight of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles. Temperance. the Knight of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, Three of Swords, Nine of Swords. Let's get two more. The Knight of Cups and the Ten of Swords. Spirit, do I have any more messages for group one, please? It can be about anything. Any messages for group one? You could be in your head about moving forward with a plan. You're just not sure if you're seeing everything correctly. You just want to make sure everything's right. You hope that now is the right time. That you have what it takes to make it through now. It's something that you've put a lot of thought into, a lot of planning into, a lot of work into. You hope you're doing the right thing. There's a possibility that it won't work, but if you don't try, it never will, right? All right, let's get into your reading. Okay, so this is how men view you. This may or may not be true information, all right? I need to put this disclaimer in because it depends on your intention. I'm getting two versions of this. One which is intending to set up things like a honey trap, all right? And one which is just being themselves and doing their own thing. And you can't be responsible for other people's actions or feelings, all right? It depends on intention here. Whether you're intentionally setting out to be a honey trap or whether you are not. Okay, so only take what resonates in this reading, but understand that some men may view you as doing things intentionally to upset them when you really are not. Okay, so let me get into this and I'll explain more about what I mean. I get that you are beautiful in a shocking way. Your energy is beautiful. You come across as being young, naive even, innocent, pure. Your femininity just captivates some men. And you don't have to be female either. If you're not, it could be your feminine energy just draws some men towards you. And it's almost in an addictive way. Like a bug zapper. In the shuffle, I was saying that you set off a spiritual awakening in some men. But it doesn't necessarily have to be that. It could be that you set off things that seem like that. Their whole life falls apart, basically. You have princess vibes. And what do they do with the princess in order to protect her? They put her in the tower. And what is the tower card? What's happening in that tower card? The top of the tower is blown off and there are people falling out of it. This is where I was getting the honey trap from. Now this could be part of your job. You could do this online to lure in child molesters, things like that. That's why I'm getting that you don't necessarily have to be female. It could also be that you intentionally set up a honey trap to lure men in to gain information so that you can blackmail them. Or it could be that you don't intentionally do anything and you really are just innocent here. Men could view you in one of these ways or all of these ways. The reaction is still the same. Some men are drawn to you in a very strong way. Men question a lot of things. If they're in a relationship, you have them question whether they want to be in that relationship anymore. And these are men that are very firmly planted in whatever situation they are in. But somehow, I don't know how, you cause them to see things differently. and question everything about themselves. And this has to do with who you are, how you come off, and your energy. There are just certain men that are very strongly affected by you. These are men that could be married and stuff, and what they thought was happily so. But after spending any time with you or meeting you, I don't know. That's what they say. I don't know. It's shocking. They see the world differently after interacting with you. There's something about you that seems too good to be true for these men, or this specific man. If they've seen you physically, there's something about your chest or your hands that they really like. It could also be something about your attitude. Like, they go to the top of the tower to find a princess and there's really a dragon up there. And you're not as innocent as you seem, maybe. There's just something hidden. There's something surprising about you. And it doesn't have to be a honey trap or anything like that, but I don't know. They get more than they bargain for when they come into contact with you. And why I'm getting that it could be more innocent than all this is that 4 of Cups right there. It's like men view you as someone that doesn't realize how infectious you are. You act like it's no big deal that you have this effect. You just go about your business and you aren't doing anything specifically towards anyone. It's just you. And if they interact with you, then you interact back with them. And then how they take that is all on them. You're not trying to do anything to anyone. But I really wouldn't take this as an ego boost that I'm just so wonderful and beautiful that men just can't help themselves around me. Because it seems like more of a curse. Because men that actually have good intentions and that are interested in you question your intentions and may not come towards you because of that. People assume things about you and blame you for things that are not true. If that's the case, then you can only be you, group 1. And there are some people that will see the truth. How do men view you? The 10 of Pentacles has a tower in the background, but that tower is whole. Some men view you as commitment, someone that they would want to be committed to. The 10 of Pentacles, and then your starter card was the 10 of Cups and the ring. If they didn't consider commitment before meeting you, they do after. I'm hearing blended family, and there could be something to do with 2 pets or 2 children. There could also be symbology with circles or cycles. So like the infinity symbol, the wheel of the year, wheel of fortune, things like that. Men view you as someone that is very patient, someone that's very good about balancing things. You could also be very intuitive but grounded, like not too far up in the air, you know. They view you as knowing some things that they don't. They view you as knowing some things that they don't understand. You have some sort of knowledge that they don't have. You could be showing them. They could be learning from you in some way. So yeah, with the Temperance card, I really am getting an awakening for somebody. Like the idea that there actually is a path there, that what you see isn't all that there is. But you ground it. It's not just some high-flung idea, like, it's real. It's as real as anything that you're looking at or feeling or touching, maybe more so. You show them a different reality. Now with the Ace of Wands, men are physically attracted to you pretty much immediately, but there's also this thing about your energy that makes them slow down a bit. They're picking up something about you, right? That's what we've been talking about this entire reading. But those men that do slow down genuinely get to know you. And the more they get to know you, the more layers they uncover, the more they realize how precious you are. And that's where we get the gem. You don't find gems on the surface. You have to dig. You have to dig down and find them. Men view you as someone that has a lot more to them than it appears on the surface. And for some men, you cause them to dig down deep within themselves to find that gem, so they can recognize it in you. It takes one to know one. Men find that because they question your intentions, it causes them to slow down, and in doing so, they find the truth of just how unique and irreplaceable you actually are. So maybe it's not a curse. Maybe it's a blessing. How do men view you? We have the 3 of Swords and 9 of Swords. They view you as someone that would break their heart. I'm also picking up separation here. You know, one way or another, they get pulled out of their comfort zone. And it's not a very comfortable place to be. This is likely someone specific that basically left their home behind. All of their comforts, everything that they were used to. But they chose to do this because it felt more like restriction. But when you make changes like that, you're going to start feeling things. Your ego is going to start questioning everything, and it can be very, very painful. But it's something that you learn from. You can't change if you stay in a safe, comfortable place. I'm getting that this may be you. That men have been viewing you go through all of this stuff and watching how you've changed and grown. How you've found the gem inside of yourself, become committed to yourself, found how to love yourself, come back home to yourself. Someone that was firmly planted in the 3D, but went through heartbreak and a lot of pain and came out on the other side of it a completely different person that found love and is moving forward offering that love. Men view you as someone that not only changes, but changes them. Breaks down illusion. The world is not the same after meeting you. Well, that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for joining me, Group 1. If you enjoyed this reading, please hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Hello, Group 2. If you chose Justice and the Wizard's Tarot, this will be a reading. We're asking, how do men view you? Let me get your cards shuffled out, and then we'll get into your reading. Calling out to the angels and ancestors for Group 2. How do men view them? We have 31, the heart. 40, the dead end. 44, the box. And 50, the bardo. You could be seeing some things in a different light, seeing things in a different way. And this is causing some conflict with some people in your life. This could be about something that you feel is unfair. I'm getting that there was regret here. Some truth came out about a group of people, a group of friends. You may not look at these people in the same way. This could have been a situation that involved a relationship of some sort. Some people got involved. Some people that shouldn't have been in the middle of it. And the truth has come out. The truth has come out that whoever this was that you may have liked or may have been in a relationship with, these people that got involved and in the middle of it, this person is not who you thought they were. And this information is a burden to you or to this person that's coming through in this reading. This person had to move away from the situation. There had to be an ending. Someone's trying to hold on and balance this out. because they see things differently now. This situation could have ended a long time ago. I've had the King and Queen of Swords. How do men view our group 2? We have the Three of Cups, the Devil, or Death, the Emperor, the Queen of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, the Seven of Wands, the Eight of Swords, Two of Cups, the Magician, the Ten of Cups, the Sun, and the Four of Swords. Any other messages, Spirit, for group 2? There's a choice on whether to communicate about some new information or whether just to leave it behind. Someone sees things differently now than they did in the past. But it could have been a long time. Someone's feelings have changed, but they don't want to cause any undue harm or chaos or anything like that. So they're kind of stuck on whether they should speak about it or not. All right, let's get into your reading. Group 2, men view you as someone very friendly, someone that is very kind, that's fun to be around. You're also someone that follows your heart. They also view you as someone that can get themselves into sticky situations. Men view you as trusting and someone that likes to have fun. And it can lead you into situations that you really shouldn't be in. Like situations that are like a wolf in sheep's clothing. You can come across as being easily manipulated. You have a good heart, and some men feel that you need to be protected. They don't want to see you hurt, but they view you as someone that is too trusting and too good of a person, and you are going to meet someone that is not, and that will end up hurting you. You're too precious for this world, group 2. Now, these things may or may not be true. This is just how some men view you. Because I get that some men view you as very capable with the Emperor and the Queen of Cups. You're very loving, but there's authority behind it. Nobody pushes around an Emperor or a Queen of Cups. It's almost like your loving and your emotional intelligence grounds you. It gives you stability. You're loving and caring, but it's not to a point where it's sickly sweet. It's more grounded and more real than that. You're the real deal. When it comes to somebody that really loves people, that's you. It doesn't mean you're always nice. This is real love we're talking about. There's a difference between being nice and being kind. Just because you love someone doesn't mean that you always tell them what they want to hear. Sometimes you have to tell them what they need to hear. Why? Because you love them and you want the best for them always. That's how some men view you. They view you as the real deal. Men view you as someone that is used to facing dead ends, a closed door. You're someone that challenges beliefs, breaks down barriers. You're someone that thinks outside the box. You challenge beliefs. You challenge your own limitations. You fight against things that you feel are wrong. And even if you do face an obstacle that you can't get over, you find a new path, and you're grateful for the experience. You see obstacles and locked doors and dead ends as something good, something that forces you to use all the skills and knowledge that you have in order to either overcome them or change them, transform them, transmute them into an open pathway. You see them as a learning experience, a challenge. Men view you as someone that sees endings as new beginnings. Men view you as someone that is trying to break out of the box. This is in order to get to union. Now, they might not know that they're viewing that. They might see you struggling against something. And you are facing dead ends and locked doors. They see you on a journey, and they can view this as you changing. They can view this as you contradicting yourself. They know that something's going on with you. They might not know exactly what it is. The cards are showing that you're trying to break out of the box. But the problem is that every layer that you break through, there's another layer there. The box is everything known, expected, and anticipated. It's everywhere. You may have thought that someone else was going to bring union for you, or that you would have union with someone else. And you broke through that layer of the box and you realized that no, it's actually union with yourself. I mean, someone that knows how to really love knows that they can't love anyone unless they love themselves first. And once you break through that layer, then you realize all the sneaky ways in which you sabotage yourself. All those sneaky ways that are trying to get you to hate yourself. And you break through that layer, and then there's another one, where society tells you that you aren't good enough or can't have this or this is weird, and that everything you're doing is wrong. And you break through that layer, and then there's another one. And you just keep breaking through them all. There are definite layers to it. It's like levels in a video game, and you have to beat every boss along the way or you can't keep going. You have to beat that boss or you can't move on to the next level. And each level is a little more difficult. And there is no map. So men view the confusion and the changing and the getting stuck in your head and just the symptoms, basically, of the real work behind what you're doing. I mean, some men may understand, those that are going through the same thing, but many will not. They're so implanted into their own version of reality that they don't even realize how trapped they are. The thing is, everyone feels it. It's just that they don't want to look at it. Men view you as someone that doesn't want what everyone else wants. You want something different. You don't necessarily even want the relationship. You want something more than that. They view you as someone that they can't quite understand. They can't figure out what it is that you actually want because they can't see what you see. Any type of relationship with you would be outside of the box in many ways. It could be your lifestyle, your belief systems. You could be really different than some of the men that are viewing you. There's something that being in a relationship with you, for men, would be a different type of experience, one they haven't had before. And it's also kind of scary, but very intriguing, because it just might work. I'm getting this overall sense that men think that they're getting a kitten, when in actuality they're getting, no, not a lion, like a griffin or something. Something unexpected. Men view you as someone that is very intelligent, especially emotionally intelligent. You're empathic. And you're very good at reading people. You know exactly what to say when someone needs to hear it. You know exactly what to give someone when they need it. But that's also scary because you know exactly how to hurt someone when it would be best to hurt them. No, I'm not saying you do anything like that because there's nothing in your cards here that says that you do, but it is a thought some men have. You work in those in-between spaces, in between good and bad, happy, sad, love and hate. It's those spaces where both of them meld together and meet. You question those things that everyone takes for granted. So yeah, all of this shadow work, the changes to your behavior, how you look, how you move in the world, this nesting doll of a journey that you're on, yeah, men are picking up on it. What they're witnessing is you moving into alignment, mind, body, soul. Men view you as someone that went MIA for a little bit and then came out on the other side a completely different person. I mean, your reading started with the Three of Cups and ends with the Sun. You went from enjoying your life because of other people into enjoying your life just on your own. You know, any hard feelings and any shame or guilt are being left in the past. You're moving forward more whole in yourself, not relying on anyone else for your own joy. This is your justice, to move your way towards freedom. I have to say, Group 2, you've been learning a lot, and you've been making a lot of progress very quickly, whether you see it or not. And men just don't know what to do with your energy. They view you as someone that they can't quite understand, but it's incredibly interesting. It's like reading a really good book, but it's a little bit above your grade level. Well, Group 2, that is all I have for you. Thank you so very much for joining me. If you enjoyed this reading, please hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.